And what kids wouldn't want to play under the stairs?
No, that's not it. It looks like they're going to that one, but they're not.
Comes right up to this window.
Cinderella's castle. We are in Central Florida, and we are doing the Florida Project filming sites. How are you today? It's Chris from Ink Beardsman, and I'm super excited for this one. Now, the Florida Project was an amazing movie. It was filmed in around 2016 and released in 2017 by Sean Baker. It won all kinds of awards. I recently just watched it again. I absolutely love it. It's about a little 6-year-old Mooney, a little child who lives with a single mother in the shadows of Disney World here in Florida. Well, today we're gonna go check out these sites. We're gonna see what they look like today as compared to then. Some things are gone, some things have changed, some things look identical. So come with me today. Let's go check out the sites of the Florida Project. Let's go. The first one is where most of the movie takes place. It was called the Magic Castle Inn and Suites. Now there's a Magic Castle hotel in Hollywood, but this was the Magic Castle Inn and Suites. And I remember for so many years I would drive by it. It was purple. It looked like a castle. It doesn't look like that anymore. But if you look, you can see all of the curbs here are still purple. Now the building was right back there, or is back there, but it was all purple. Now it's been painted, it's been renovated. Right out here is almost the first filming site, because here the kids run across and there's a little bridge or a little piece of plywood right here that the kids run across. And right next door, plays prominently into the movie, are the helicopters. Now that wasn't originally written into the movie, but because they were shooting and the helicopters were running the business, they couldn't stop running the helicopters. So you would always hear it, and it was written into the movie. So it actually plays pretty prominently into the movie.
Mooney! Scary!
Alrighty guys, check that out. We are in the lobby of the Magic Castle, but of course it's no longer the Magic Castle. But there you see the Florida Project. Did you know the Florida Project movie was filmed here in the summer of 2016? Of course, it's a 2017 movie, and Walt Disney World was codenamed the Florida Project during its early stages. Alrighty, so much of the movie starts right here. Do you remember the beginning of the movie? Right? The little boy's running over yelling, Mooney, Scooty, and they're yelling, what? And they're under these stairs. And in other scenes, they're under the stairs. And then they run out and the Florida Project starts. These are the stairs right here. And when you think about it, what did the stairs probably represent? Of course, right? It would be like a safe haven for them. Their little protective cove. And what kids wouldn't want to play under the stairs. And there's the front lobby right there. The birds were right over there. Some of the scenes happened right under these stairs. It was pretty crucial or critical to what the storytellers were trying to tell. Right under these stairs. Pretty neat, right? And if you look right here, well, I'll show you that in a minute, but that was Bobby's room. The manager's office was right here. If you look right through there, this was room 101, and you can tell because of that fire system, and it's right beside the lobby. That was room 101, and that was Bobby's office. But we're gonna go check out more of the hotel. Right over here, see this door? So you can tell this door right here was the manager's office. That's where Willem Dafoe's office was. Bobby. And you can tell because this is seen in the movie. How cool is that? Okay, we're gonna go upstairs because we have to head up and see Mooney's room, where her and Haley lived. And they even have a special marking. Alrighty guys, so we're on the 3rd floor right here. This is where their room was. Now there's actually a scene in the movie where Mooney's further down here and she's watching Haley deal with the police and Child Protective Services. This is pretty neat. Pretty surreal. It's room 323. Now, a lot of the room numbers have changed because there's a room over there. Some of those rooms right on that far side were 150. They were just above 150, and there is no 150 anymore. It doesn't go up that high. Right here was Haley's room. Now, you see where it says 323 on the door there? And it's purple. See how it's purple? Because it's a different color to show that it was a room from the movie, right? That it was Haley and Mooney's room. But it wasn't actually that room. It's this room. And you know how you can tell? This is the window that Mooney climbs through. And I'll show you her climbing through it. And just to the left of the window is the door. Pretty cool, right? So Mooney comes right up to this window, slides the window open, and climbs right in there. We open the door, and you can see the beds are right there on that wall. But this is the room right here. This was room 323. And it is really cool that the hotel recognizes the 323 and makes it purple, but it is the wrong room because the door was not on that side. The door was on this side. And there's the view that Haley and Mooney had. Right here. Pretty neat, right? Alrighty guys, and another scene that is in the movie is when Bobby and his son are going down the elevator and they're in an argument and his son tells Bobby that he has to press the button. This is it right here. And it was shown again in the movie, but let's see if the elevator works. There's the elevator. Now, of course, a different hotel chain. It looks different, but there's the buttons right there that Bobby would have pressed. And this is where him and his son were talking. Okay, let's go check out the end where the kids were standing. This is such a well-kept hotel now and very modern. And this is where the kids were coming. They were going right here. And if you remember the booby scene, the pool scene, the kids come right along here. And they come right down to this stairwell. And what do? They're spying, they're yelling boobies at the lady that's right there. And then of course Bobby comes over, but this is where they are. Now those raised blocks, they had like raised blocks here as part of the Magic Castle Inn and Suites, as part of the look of it. They're not here anymore, but this is where the kids were standing. But that's it. So when you look right across there, just over here is, right there is Mooney's room and then Haley. And then right underneath at 223, which it's labeled 222, that was Ashley and Scooty's room. Alrighty, booby, right here. Pretty cool, right? We gotta check out more of the motel, but it's pretty neat to see. Okay, let's head downstairs and we'll go check out. Let's go check out Ashley's room. I will say this now, I can already see that there's people or people's belongings inside, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but where it says 223 here was not Ashley's room, because it was right underneath Haley and Mooney, and the door opened on the same side. That right there was 223. That was Ashley and Scooty's room. They lived right underneath Haley and Mooney. But of course the rooms got all renumbered, so where you see 223 was not Ashley's room, it's where you see 222. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed that part of it. It was so cool to see the Magic Castle. Of course, it's no longer the Magic Castle, and even though it's a different color, it'd be neat if it was still purple, but it's pretty neat that the movie happened right here. And so many years I've driven by this and noticed the purple Magic Castle Hotel. It never came on the property, never stayed here, but we're moving on to another site. Let's go. Here is where that pivotal scene happened, where they were spitting on the cars, and Jancy lived right there. Room 116 is where Jancy lives. And at the end of the movie, of course, I don't want to wreck it for you, so if you haven't seen the end of the movie, don't watch that, but Mooney runs right here. But this is where the car is parked, and they're standing up there and they're spitting on the car. This is Futureland right here. So neat to see that. Now, of course, we're not right next door to it's movie magic that Mooney walks over here or runs over here, but at the end of the movie, this is where Mooney runs to get Jancy and they run off. It's right here. This is Futureland. Alrighty guys, we have another side of the Florida project when the children are walking to get ice cream. Well, you see this building in the shot of them walking right here, where you see this empty piece of property. That's where the abandoned medical clinic was. So you see this is an abandoned medical clinic in the movie. You see the top of that. But if they're walking here, where do they get ice cream? Well, I'll show you that. This is where the Twisty Treat was, right here. Now you can see the shape of where the building was on the ground. So see where that round structure is? That was the building of the Twisty Treat. You see the light posts in the movie, and right over here are the picnic tables, right here. So the kids come, they come around here, and of course that's when one of them brings up that they need ice cream because it's a medical condition for asthma. This is the location of Twisty Treat. Now, we went to a Twisty Treat, we went to another location here, but this was where the children go. Alrighty guys, let's move on to another site. From the Florida project is right? No, that's not it. It looks like they're going to that one, but they're not. That's not the restaurant. It's this right here. An absolute landmark here in Orlando is Orange World. And this is shown a few times in the movie, where it shows the kids walking by here, and it looks like they're going to get food. But the diner is not actually here. That's a Waffle House. And
apparently they wouldn't let them film inside the Waffle House, so they used another diner that's across town. But the movie makes it look like they're walking right across and they would be going there, but they're not. It's also shown in the movie at other points where the children are walking by, and at one point Mooney and Scooty, I believe it was just the two of them, are sitting right here at the side where that mural is. And I have to tell you, I was so disappointed when I got here and realized that the mural had been changed from when Scooty and Mooney were sitting here, because I don't think it was changed that long ago. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But the children are sitting right there in front of that mural in the shadow of Orange World. And as I had said, there was no filming at that Waffle House. There's another diner, but that's the Big Orange, and this is what's shown in the movie to Orlando. Even when I was young, we would always come here and buy orange juice because, I don't know, we just figured it was so fresh. But it really was a tradition for us to come here and buy orange juice. Alrighty guys, another filming site from the Florida project is right here. Now you see Bobby and Haley running across here. So Willem Dafoe is running across here because they're coming right over here. Now this was the Arabian Knights in the movie. They come here and Haley's trying to get a room. It's right here. You see that gift shop. They run right through here. I believe it's raining out at the time, but they run right through here and then they come right here. This is Arabian Knights, and they go right in that lobby and they try to get Haley a room. Hasn't really changed much. Still looks the same, but it's right here. Let's go to another site. Haley and Mooney lived at the Magic Castle Inn and Suites, right? Well, it would make sense that the Magic Castle gift shop is in the movie. Now, we're not too far from the hotel, but this gift shop actually played a part in the Florida project. See, this is another site, and it's in the Florida project a few times. Now, it's right here, and right down here, just further down, is the motel. But this is the gift shop. Now the kids are all walking by here. You see them. And what exactly, do you remember what they say?
Don't you think we're going too far? No, come on. Don't be a loser. Don't call me that, but okay.
So there you go. And then it actually plays another part, because when Haley and Mooney are walking through here after getting the food at Ashley's restaurant, where Ashley's working, Haley throws down the food, literally, right over here. And what does Mooney say?
Mom, why'd you do that?
But it's right over here that she throws down the food. Pretty neat to see that. And that's another site I've driven by 1,000 times. It really stands out here. It grabs your attention. So it's perfect to put it in the movie. Alrighty guys, another scene in the movie is where Haley and Mooney are selling the magic bands. Now I don't recall if we find out at the time where they got the magic bands. I know we find out later, but I don't know if we find out at the time where they got the magic bands. But it's right up here. Now in the movie, when they're walking this way. They walk right here, right across here. And one of the things that you see clearly in the movie, well, you have to really look, but is right at the corner of that building. See the 5297? So you see the sign, and the building was a different color in the film, but you can see the address, and that hasn't changed at all. 5297 is in the same spot. And they walk this way, right across. She goes inside, and then right out here, she talks to a man, and it's right here. She's telling him, I'll sell you the magic bands. I'll even go to the front gate to show that they're real. But it's right here. Now, you can see in the movie, the ground is painted differently. There's squares on the ground. But this is the same ticket place. And then right over here, behind the man, when it shows the man, is that building. And you can see the awning is a different color, but you can see that building right here, this little mini mall, right behind when they're talking. This is where she sells the magic band to the man, and they agree on $350. Alrighty guys, let's go on to another site. Let's go. I have to show you from the Florida Project is where Haley and Mooney are selling their perfumes outside the hotel. They're trying to get people to buy their perfumes. And this is actually the site of where they go when they go for that breakfast, that hotel breakfast. It's right here. Now, it's the Holiday Inn Express, but in the movie, you can see Haley and Mooney right here, and you can tell it's the same hotel because if you look at the windows right above, you can see that starburst design. You actually see that in the movie when they're selling their perfumes. And they're standing right over here in the movie. You see the hotel guests coming and going. As I told you, they also use this hotel for when they go in and they get the hotel breakfast. Remember, Haley takes Mooney and they sneak in. Well, let's go inside and check out what's there now. They've renovated a lot of it, but we'll go check it out. The whole lobby is different now. Everything's been redone, but they actually walk right through here. And right back here, this is the room right here where they come and eat. This room right here. Now the buffet would have been set up right along here. And it does look a lot different now. But this is where the buffet was that Haley and Mooney come to. Definitely looks different, but it's the same room. Alrighty, how cool was that, right? Okay, that's where they're selling their perfume. That's where they go for the hotel breakfast. It does look a lot different now because they've really redone it. But we're going to another site. Let's go. Another pivotal scene in the movie is when they light the condo on fire. Now they get that lighter, I believe it's from when they're giving away the toys from Dickie. They get a lighter. Anyway, they come down and they're going through and they're exploring an abandoned condo site. Well, this is where it was. It was right here. Now, as with everything in Orlando and Kissimmee, things change and things get torn down right away, but this was the site. You just see the parking lot here of the abandoned condos. And remember, they start the fire, everybody comes out to watch. Well, this is where it was. It was right here. And they actually started, from what I read, they actually started a condo on fire for the filming of it. It wasn't just CGI or special effects. They had actually started a fire. But it's right here. I wish there was more to show you here. But I don't want to get too far into the property because, as you can see, there's a no trespassing sign. But it was right over here. You can see a little bit of structure right there from the buildings that stood here. But the building stood right back here. This was the site of the condo fire and the abandoned condos. Let's go to another site. We're in a completely different part of Orlando right now. We are at the diner. Now, the diner is supposed to be right beside Orange World, right? Well, it's not. We're right at the corner of Colonial and Kirkman. But this building was the diner that Ashley worked at. And after you see the children walk past the Orange and down the street, you see them walk right up to this back door. This is the building right here. Now, they actually filmed inside the building as well, but this is the door right here that Ashley would open up and give the kids food. And then later on, when she didn't want Scooty being around them, she told Mooney she couldn't give her anything anymore. It happened right here. Now, this is supposed to take place on Earl Bronson on 192. And see where it says Colonial Drive up there? It doesn't say that in the movie. They actually switched the sign. So you won't see Colonial Drive where the actual location is of the diner. Now, later on in the movie, Haley comes to visit Ashley. Well, she wants to know what's up. She brings Mooney here to eat. Let's go check out the diner. Haley and Mooney walk right up here. Now, the diner's closed right now because it's only open till 3 o'clock. But if you look inside, you can see there's the booth right over there where Haley and Mooney sit. This is where Ashley worked. And that garbage can is in the exact same spot. And like I said, we're in a completely different area of Orlando. And when I was coming down here, it was in the middle of rush hour traffic. So it took me quite a while to get from the 192. Alrighty guys, we have another site to go to. Let's go check it out. Alrighty guys, now when Mooney and Jancy arrive here at the Magic Kingdom, this is where they go. Here, and you actually see this tunnel or kind of walkway in the shot. They're holding hands and they come right through here. You see that building right in front. Now, there's all kinds of interpretations about what the end of the movie means and how it all plays together, but it's such a cool ending. Now this is the Magic Kingdom. They come down here.
I left the latest.
And they stay on this side of the road. Now in the shot, you see, I'll show you. That clock right there, guys. So they're running up here, you see that clock and that building right behind it. They come up here and they can see Cinderella's castle. There's the clock, there's the building you see. But they're coming up here and there it is. They make it all the way up here and they get to just before the statue. They get to right about here and this is where the shot ends. Right about here, and you know they've made it to Cinderella's castle. Pretty cool, right guys? Anyways, that was the filming locations of the Florida project. And I'm so glad that you guys came along with me. Now that we're at the most magical place on earth and it's early in the morning, we're gonna go enjoy our day. Maybe we'll see Mooney and Jancy. And I'm so glad that you guys came along with me. Now, hit that like and subscribe button. We will go on more adventures together. Until next time, guys, from Disney World here in Florida, peace.